Hey guys, welcome back. It's a very cold, crisp autumn morning. I've come to Mendips today, which is like a little national park, which is really close to Bristol. It's only about half hour away. So I've come out for about 3 hours. I'm just gonna do a nice loop basically through the woods. I have no distance goal in mind, but I'm really excited for today, just to get a bit of kind of mental space, I suppose. I did this walk, or did this part of this route as a walk for my birthday and loved it. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing some of it again. Hopefully by now you've seen my race video, which obviously took me forever to upload. But this today will be my first longer, I guess, run back since then. So over a month, which is really exciting. I've definitely been missing it. I started a new job a couple of weeks ago and it's been quite full on. And I've been missing my runs, giving me a bit of kind of mental space. So yes, a bit of quiet in the woods is exactly what's needed today. Last time I came here, I didn't actually really know the Mendips existed, or at least I didn't know it was here, which obviously would have been great when I was training for my race, because it's really pretty and there are a lot of like different trails and there's decent hills and stuff here. But I'm pleased that I've discovered it now, because it's only about half an hour outside of Bristol, so really accessible for me, and it's really nice and quiet and really pretty. So also the woodland here has loads and loads of mushrooms, which is super cool. So if I see any cool ones, I'll show you. My boyfriend picked this part of this route for my birthday hike, and we saw loads of mushrooms that day. So fingers crossed we'll see some more today. I've done the classic thing of starting out in 2 minute clothes, so I'm just going to take my jumper off. I think because I haven't been out in so long, I can't remember what it feels like. I was a bit nervous today about not being warm enough. It's crazy to think. Like just over a month ago I ran 37 miles. It doesn't feel real to me now. I'm sure I'll get back there though. One of those things I think probably doesn't feel real even when you're doing it sometimes. I feel like I might be able to see a really cool mushroom over there, but I can't tell. I'm gonna hop over this stream. Let's go have a look. It was a leaf. I've only got kind of short spurts of running in me at the moment, but my objective today is to have a good time, not to do anything super hard, so it's fine by me. So everyone's got to start somewhere, right? Also, you may notice my hair's quite different. So I had it all chopped off. As you can see, it's up to my jaw now, and it's brown, so quite different. Brown is my natural colour, but this is, can't really see because my hairband, but this is a bit darker than my natural, so I'm hoping it will fade back to my natural kind of gingery brown colour, which if you watched my videos years ago you will see. I'm hoping it will go back to that colour, but yeah, quite different. As I'm just walking up the hill, I feel like because I haven't spoken to you in so long, quite a lot has changed in my life, or at least how I'm thinking has changed. So I mentioned I got a new job, which has been difficult, shall we say. Just quite a big transition from my old job. I'm a lot busier now, and there's a bit more pressure as well. So I'm just kind of adapting to that at the moment. And also even though we've only just moved, we're thinking we want to move, or I think I want to move somewhere else again when our tenancy is up in April. I do like Bristol as a place. I think it's really friendly. Like, the people are lovely, the food is great, and there's always so much to do. But I think it's just a bit too busy for me personally. I think someone's shooting in the woods. Sounds of it. Hopefully not too close to me. Yes, it's just a little bit too busy for me, I think. So I think we're going to move somewhere a little bit quieter again. Maybe somewhere a bit more rural, obviously. I'd quite like to go into Wales because, as I've mentioned a million times, I love Wales. And I think some of the towns there could be a nice in between of like super rural and a city. So yeah, that's kind of where my head's at the moment. Christ, I don't know if you can tell how much fitness I've lost over the past kind of 5 weeks, but it's quite a lot. Like, super struggling up the hills. To be honest, one of the main reasons I want to move is because I don't feel as comfortable running in Bristol, even though it's definitely a me problem. I think the place where I live in Bristol is actually like really quite safe. There's always a lot of other runners around. It's purely a me problem. I just personally don't like running when there's that many people around. And I think kind of coming into winter, well, we're in October at the moment, so in like autumn coming into winter, the daylight hours are obviously really restricted, and it's definitely not a place I would run in the dark alone. Obviously I could join a run club, so that's definitely an option. But I also want to, I think I like running alone, so it's difficult, it's a tricky one. Whereas obviously when I used to live in the Cotswolds, I was very comfortable running alone, and for better or worse that felt like a really big privilege as like a female to be able to do that and feel safe. So yeah, I think I just want a bit of that back, and then hopefully I start to feel a bit more like me again. I've diverted off the path to try and find some mushrooms because it was so fun last time. So the path is up there. I've come down here, found some there. Pretty cool. If there's anyone that likes fungi in the comments, then please let me know what all of these are. I'd love to know. Some more ones here. It's gone a bit mouldy. See, yuck. I did buy a little like guide book about edible, like foods you can forage that are edible. So, but yeah, this forest has loads. Let's go and have a look together. Can you see them all poking up? We've got these guys, little parasols. Go over, we can find some better ones over here. Look. Little tiny ones. Bit of an art, trying not to squash them as well. So right, let's go see what other, wow, look at these ones, they're in like a fairy ring. It's so dark in here. I feel like I'm the only person to ever be in here. Can you see them? The fairy ring. My parents always, when I was younger, when we were driving somewhere and the trees like crossed overhead on both sides of the road, so there was like an overhanging canopy, they'd always tell us that we needed to be quiet so as not to disturb the fairies, and I feel like I'm in the same situation here. There was like red ones and all sorts the other day. Seems to be a lot of that specific kind in this section. They're prolific, you could say. Also, side note, I think my favourite texture of floor, which is a weird sentence to say, is mossy forest floor that's gone bouncy. if you know, I feel like you know the feeling. But yeah, I love the feeling of that underfoot. It's literally my favourite feeling. Part of the route along the Cotswolds Way that I always did had a sunken forest track, and that was the exact feeling there, and I still remember. Oh look, we've got some tree stump ones here. See? Foraging. Obviously I'm not picking any because I don't have a bloody clue what they are, but let's see. Ooh, there's a big one. Let's go over there. Look at that bad boy. Look, this one as well. Must remember not to touch my face with these gloves now. Definitely a toucher when I'm out and about. Like bones and... Oh, speaking of, look. Bone. I wonder where that's from. Is it a bone? No, it's the bottom of a mushroom. Wow. This is why I shouldn't pick them. Right, I'll update you if I find any cool ones. Ooh, I've immediately found some cool ones. Look at these. What colour of that? Very dried up. These look edible. I wonder if they are. Someone please tell me. I would literally love to know. If I could reward you for telling me online, I definitely would. Found another little like fairy crop. You see them all? See what these ones are. God, there's loads here. Can you see them? Oh. But the more you look, the more you see. I'm so far off my route now. I'm hoping I can just go kind of up and I'll meet it again, but I'm so invested in the mushrooms. I'm sure I'll follow it back. Not that big here. I've got it on my watch anyways. And these ones. Nice, like chestnut colour. I wonder, I know some mushrooms get darker as they age, so I wonder if they're the same but dark, maybe? Like older, I mean? Not sure. That concludes today's mushroom hunting. There might be a part 2 later, so keep you posted if I see any cool ones. I've got the first rumblings of mud on the ground. I feel like I'm back in the Cotswolds with this. It's the first time I've seen mud in ages. I don't know why I'm excited about it. Obviously I have to do the traditional British update on the weather, but we had a really nice dry summer. It was like a lovely summer compared to last year, and then as soon as autumn hit, it rained solidly for about 3 weeks, quite heavy as well. It's like all of this summer's rain got dumped out, and then it's been kind of pretty dry since. So yeah, the weather this year has been pretty good, which has been nice. So I'm just checking I'm going the right way. Yeah, it's been quite nice. So we've been really lucky actually. But obviously where I've not been running since autumn's hit, I've not seen any mud yet, so it feels like a big novelty. I can see building work over there. Do I just turn around? Because I don't really care about seeing the cliffs and stuff. Like the gorge, I mean, not the cliffs. I'm near Cheddar, so Cheddar Gorge, because I went there the other day. I do care about seeing people. Turn around. I think I might just plod around the woods. I've been really enjoying it so far, and it's really nice and quiet. So anti-socialism wins again. Just in case you live kind of close to Bristol, Somerset way. This is where I am. Rowberrow Warren. It's very nice. Mostly just mountain bikers, but nice mountain bikers. Who are very considerate on the whole, showing paths, and a few dog walkers. It's very nice here, and it's right near Cheddar Gorge, like I just said, so you can kind of do it all at once, because it's not like the biggest place, if you know what I mean. So yeah, it's really nice. I definitely recommend. The views are not bad either. Lots of forest and such like, so yeah, it's lovely. I'm pretty sure, as I was describing how lovely it was, I stood in some kind of poo, so I might run for a minute and just try and get that off of my shoes. Had to divert to show you this. Oh, big boy mushroom. Look at the size of that one. I'd love one day to find one of the giant puffballs. Apparently they're not as common as they were, so yeah, hopefully one day if I'm lucky. I know this has turned into like a mushroom appreciation video, so I am sorry about that, but it smells very like mushroomy as well in here. I feel like it's a real sensory experience. Obviously you can hear the leaves crunching and the twigs snapping. The air feels kind of like a bit wet and a bit moist against my skin. It smells really vegetal and like mushroomy, very earthy, and obviously yeah, it's just, this is really nice. I feel like I really needed this. I feel like happier than I have in weeks. This may be somewhat niche, but I was just thinking then about how much I love being in the woods, and I watched a Grand Designs last night, which if you haven't watched is basically like a show where people have an idea for a house that they want to build and then they build it, but there's always a problem because usually they don't have enough money, or they have like some crazy idea, like they've got like 100 grand and they want to put like a pool in or something, and it kind of follows them as they build. So it's like the guy Kevin, I don't know, I call him Kevin, goes back and visits them over like the years they build. And I watched one last night from 2025 in Pembrokeshire in Wales, and it's like literally my dream house. They basically got this special government grant from the Welsh government, and it means their house needs to be like super eco basically, but they got to build on the woodland that this guy's dad had bought, and because they built the house to like these eco regulations, they got to live in the woodland. Super cool. The house was really nice as well. So yeah, if you haven't watched Grand Designs and you like the outdoors, I definitely recommend that specific episode. Hello. Hello. These ones I found last week. I don't know if you'll really be able to see, but they're really like slimy. Can you see kind of in the light? I'd really like to know what those ones are. I know I've said that about all of them, but yeah, they're so interesting. They're really like, they've got like a really slippery mucus on the outside of them. I think there's loads more of them over here. Yeah, look. What the hell are they? They're so cool. Super cool. They don't look very edible, these ones. I'm just having the world's flattest taurine bar. Obviously I'm not running that much, but I think it's good to keep the energy up. But just noticed all of these conkers on the floor. good fact, which I've been telling literally anyone that will listen, is this year in the UK at least, it's a masked year, which to my understanding basically means that there are loads and loads more fruit and nuts, because basically all the trees and plants will produce the ones which wouldn't usually fruit all the time do on this specific year, because it basically helps their lineage continue. And it has seemed like there's been loads more. Like if you look at the campus here, look, loads and loads of them all scattered around. So yeah, good year to be a squirrel. I got something fun to show you. I'll give you 3 guesses to guess what it is. Look at that. That one is all mouldy, but look at that one. Wow. Oh my god, look. Wow. There is a fence here, so I'm hoping that's the shooting ground and not here where I am. I mean, I guess they shoot up in the air. I'm not flying, so I should be okay, but I prefer not to be in the general vicinity if I can help it. Yeah, wow, look at these. It's been a pretty cool day, if it wasn't clear from my videos already. I definitely think I should be outdoors most of the time, in terms of, sorry, I'm just trying to figure out my route. In terms of, obviously I've been thinking a lot about work recently because I started a new job and it's probably not quite what I hoped, I think. I think in my old job, I did have an office job before. Oh, hold on. And in there, look. Do you reckon like a little toad lives in there, or like a little mouse? Mr. Mousey and his family, and they huddle under the mushrooms when it's raining. Yeah, I did have an office job before, but it was really low stress and, to be honest, pretty low hours because there wasn't that much work to do most of the time. Whereas now I've moved to a job where there's a lot of work to do and therefore quite high stress and quite a lot of pressure. Get this like little warren thing here. Wonder what lives down there. Yeah, so I've been thinking quite a lot about it recently. Like I'm only in week 3, so I'm still really new, but you know, when you can just feel something's probably not right for you. Luckily, it's actually only a temporary contract, so I'm not locked in for too long, just until after Christmas. So if I want to leave, I can. I'm still making my mind up. I think I need to just set some boundaries and stuff, but yeah, it's become abundantly clear to me in the past 3 weeks that I really hate having an office job, or at least one where I work for someone else's company. I'd really love to have my own company or my own business, and then I wouldn't mind the office job of it all so much, because I could obviously work on something I cared about when I wanted to. So yeah, it's quite hard, isn't it? It's hard because obviously I want to earn money, so I can afford a nice life and to get a nice house in the mountains somewhere, but also I don't want to spend 5 days of a 7-day week being miserable. So yeah, I've been a bit of a, I'd say, inner turmoil the past few weeks, to be honest. I've not been the happiest. Yeah, it's quite hard being an adult, isn't it? I feel like you don't appreciate when you're younger how, because for me anyway, being a teenager was the hardest time of my life emotionally, but also the easiest in terms of obviously you've got school and college and stuff, but then that's it. You don't have to worry about bills. Or I was always really lucky that my parents took care of me very well, and I never had to worry about like food or money or anything like that. So yeah, I feel like you don't realise when you get older how hard it gets. Oh, I've brought myself back to the same place. Oh, look at me navigating through woods on just using my big old noggin. I'm getting kind of tired. to be honest. So I think I might just call this a hike now, and go continue hunting mushrooms. Obviously I'll show you the routes as I'm going, yeah, but I think I might just continue thinking and hunting some mushrooms as well. A short break from the mushrooms. There are some very late for this year, crop of blackberries here coming through. Let's see. So the blackberries this year, because we had such a long hot summer for the UK, they came through really early, and when we went to pick them, they were either fried, like oh, my ankle. Ow. Yeah, they were literally fried, like off, like as if they had been put under a magnifying glass, or they didn't taste great. We put them into a crumble, so it didn't really matter, because obviously you cover it in like shit tons of sugar and apple. But yeah, they weren't great this year. So I wonder if the second kind of cropping will be better, the ones that have come through a bit later, because they would have obviously had a bit more time to sweeten. I don't know as well if blackberries are one of those fruits that if they get frosted they get sweeter, because I know some vegetables that's the case, but I don't know if that's the same with fruits either. A lot of questions, haven't I, really? I feel like I should start maybe writing these down, or like voice recording when I'm out, and when I get home I can do some research. This has been so good for my mental health. I feel like there is nothing better than running for your head. I've popped in a podcast. It's the Tea and Trails podcast, obviously. I'm starting to feel a bit ill. I think I'm getting a cold that my partner's had. So yeah, I've got like a lot of pressure across my nose and in my ears. So I've got, I think, an hour and a half, but I might ask Dill to come pick me up slightly earlier. Just because, yes, feeling iller by the minute. Is this the final mushroom update? Maybe. But look at these spiky ones. They're so big and fat as well. Something in there. Pretty cool. It's all over my gloves now. Have no survival sense. Feel vindicated with the mushroom hype, because last time that I came here there were people foraging, and today there were people foraging as well. And the guys today had a really cute little setup. They had like the wicker baskets and everything. They were like a slightly older couple, slightly life goals. But yeah, I think I'm going to head back now. Like I said, I'm feeling quite ill. I don't know if you can tell, but I feel like my face is like puffed up internally. So yeah, there's a pub which is where I got dropped off, so I'm going to hopefully go get a nice cup of tea or a coffee, and I'll put on my warm layers on, so that'll be nice, I think. Warm up a bit. But yeah, it's been a really lovely day. I've really enjoyed it, and I'm hoping to start doing a few more kind of adventures like this again, because I think my soul is needing it. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.